Hey Christos, thanks for coming to join us. Always good to have you drop into the factory and see what we've got going on at the moment. As you can see, we've got a few machines being built, and it's nice to see some customer orders picking up. And I think that it's probably been a little bit of a tumultuous 12 months, particularly in the finance industry. How are you finding things?
Look, absolutely, there's no doubt there's been some challenges for Australian businesses. We're obviously here to support, whether it's new asset purchases, handling existing finance agreements that may need restructures and rewrites, or just a sounding board for people to come and talk to us about their future plans and basically how they're going to get through the current environment and how they're going to achieve their goals over the next few years. We have seen an increase in some areas that we perhaps haven't seen in the past. I suppose compliance is one of them, which is understandable. I suppose from a sheer security measure, compliance is one of those things where they basically build a bridge to meet it, and then risks keep increasing, and then you build bigger bridges. That's just how compliance works. It's an ongoing thing, and we're all in the same boat. But thankfully, all the customers we deal with are happy to take part when they need to, and they just really want to get on with the job.
Yeah, I think at the moment that's about all we can do, particularly as an SME manufacturer. We're an SME ourselves, and it is just that point, getting on with business as best we can. So I think people may have a misconception about Finlease, given the clue is tied up in the name. You're not just a leasing company, are you?
That's a good point. I would say traditionally, yes, it might have started off, as you would imply it, as Finlease, but majority of loans these days are taken out on chattel mortgages. Which isn't too dissimilar. It's just a similar finance. It's just a finance product per se. There's lots of finance products out there. There's rentals, which we can also handle, chattel mortgages, finance leases. We do some types of term loans, insurance premium finance. We're really there to offer a suite of products, but our bread and butter absolutely is equipment finance. So for all intents and purposes, we'll say we're providing equipment finance, and the type of finance will depend on whatever the client's requirements are.
Yeah, so Packserv is actually a client as well as a finance partner with Finlease. So I obviously understand things from both sides of the fence. You've helped us with other finance products other than leasing, but we also have had some leases roll through with you as well. So Finlease, as a finance partner of Packserv, have helped out a huge number of our clients, but we are also actually one of those clients too.
Oh, and it's absolutely a pleasure to deal with you each time. As I might have mentioned, the biggest struggle we ever have is trying to represent someone in its true light, putting together a fantastic case of a business, how they've started off at the beginning to where they got to now. And, Packserv's had an amazing story. Even coming to visit this factory over the years, I've seen it slowly build from, one floor to a second floor to multiple showrooms around the country. Equipment, new products coming through. It's been a pleasure to see. And thankfully, that's one of the better parts of my job, is not only providing financing, seeing people pay it back, but also watching Australian businesses grow like yours.
Yeah, we're the same. We get to start with the client. We might put in a rental, and then we might put in a rent to buy, and then other customers are coming to us for purchases. And then over the years, we see their businesses expand and grow and change and develop. And it's great to have Finlease on call to actually refer clients to, so that when someone does come to us and they need a piece of machinery, there might not be an immediate product that we have in our suite, whether it's a rental or an outright purchase, but having you guys around the corner for any financing requirements is certainly making our clients' jobs easier and the growth of their businesses faster.
Oh, it's absolutely our pleasure. And I've known from the sales team, Andre, Joel, every time we engage a customer, there's never really any issues about the equipment itself. By the time it gets to me, they're already pretty happy with the purchase. It's just time to make it happen.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, being a local supplier where this is obviously a factory behind us. We are a genuine Australian manufacturer, so we've got local parts, we've got local service, local technical, and we can respond to any breakdown requirements. So, yeah, I suppose that's a valid point, isn't it, the amount of time that it takes. So we can have machinery in stock and ready to go, but how long typically does it take to actually get an approval in place for a customer to be able to start orchestrating a delivery and an install?
Excellent question. So the delivery and install is absolutely in their boat, I'd say.
Yeah.
So whether or not their factory's ready to receive it, whether or not they've got adequate power, that's really up to them to work out before we get to that point. But let's just say we have a customer that's got their financials or are happy with the option, whether it's a low doc or a 4-doc loan. Approvals can be genuinely quick. You got to imagine that the people saying yes or no to these loans in the bank, people like you and I. they want to help Australian businesses.
Yeah.
They want to release money that they're allowed to release. So generally speaking, if we can supply everything they need, within a matter of days, we could be pre-approved.
Yeah.
And then as far as paperwork and documents go, that's another couple of days after that.
Yeah.
So I would say that the longest part of someone purchasing machinery and putting it in the factory would probably be them coming to the decision that they need it. And then making a case for it and understanding where it's going to go. And basically, it seems like at the moment the Packserv's got a lot of stock. So if someone's happy with the machinery on the floor, you can supply it fairly quickly. And if they have information ready to go for the finance, we can supply that pretty quickly.
Yeah, we have been working pretty hard to try and make sure that we've got not just machinery on the shelf, but we've also got the associated parts and accessories ready to go as well. Kirsos, thank you so much for dropping by. It's always a pleasure to see you. And thank you so much for the support that you're not just giving us, but you're giving our clients as well. We're trying to do our best to support clients, and it's fantastic to have Finlay's on call to help anyone that's looking to finance or make any additions and changes to their production facility. So thanks so much for everything you do for us.
It's absolutely our pleasure. We love the fact that we've got a local Australian-based supplier that likes to partner with us, and the very fact that we can just pick up the phone, have a chat about a circumstance at any point in time, and get things moving for any clientele, it's great to see. There's never been a time where I've picked up the phone and I thought, you know what, I really need to chat about this deal to Nathan or to Joel, and the team have been really readily available, prepared to do almost anything for their clients. As do we, so it's a great synergy. If you have that motto that you'll do anything to help someone out and you're here to serve, you're always going to have really happy customers.
I really do see FMCG manufacturing picking up, and we're looking forward to building more machinery and referring more clients to you guys and helping SME FMCG manufacturers right around the country get products onto the shelf. Thanks, Yves, man.
Pleasure.
Cheers.